an absolutely mind-blowing day in the world of Magic the Gathering. We've got the Amazon Nightmare situation. Commander Masters is an absolute dumpster fire. And on top of that, the new Magic 30 bundle promotion is incredibly cheesy.
Magic. I am a wizard! History. I'm an old wizard! The Magic Historian. My bones hurt.
Greetings, owners of fine luxury cardboard rectangles. My friends, I hope the day finds you well because we have gathered for a big fat installment of Mega Magic News. There's so much news that I need a notepad to keep track of everything that's been going on, and I just realized there's a few things that I didn't note down that I'm going to have to toss in as well. So let's start out talking about the Amazon situation because things are getting progressively worse there. And you would actually expect over time that an entity like Amazon would improve their service, but there's a window here for people to really take advantage of Magic in a way you can't with other products. So I think that Amazon might just not be really aware of how to deal with this. So what's going on? Well, we've got a multi-pronged scenario. Let's start out with what happened with the Lord of the Rings Commander decks. You might not have heard about this, but Amazon messed up so badly that if you went to the website to look at the Lord of the Rings Commander decks, it had a 1-star rating for the product. And you're just like, what? What happened? Well, apparently they went ahead and sent out boxes to like everybody saying, here's a set of 4 commander decks that you ordered. And when they opened it up, there was only 1 commander deck in there. Now, at first you might wave that away and go, oh, you know, maybe they're just making some kind of mistake. And it could actually just turn out to be, they said, ship them and we'll deal with the complaints later. I actually worked for a company that sold books when Harry Potter was released, when the final Harry Potter book was released. And this book company just went, okay, people pre-ordered like 7 of these, but we don't have enough for everybody, even though they pre-ordered them, so we totally should have known and grabbed them all because they paid us and everything. But anyways, we don't have enough, so just ship everybody 1, and then we'll let customer service deal with the fallout. So I don't know if this was just Amazon literally going, we don't have enough, throw something in a box so it gets fulfilled, right? Like, I don't know if it's even on the Amazon worker level, because when it comes to that company, what's going on is crazy, right? Like, they have all these algorithms and things they use to figure out your workload and keep you maximally working. So it could just be somebody who's like, yo, if I don't ship this stuff, it's gonna look bad on me. Boom, out it goes, boom, out it goes. But this is so widespread that it's hard to believe that it would just be like one employee going, I gotta make this shipment happen. So ultimately, it looks like there's some twisting going around in terms of their allotments. And it's like, no, I ordered a set of 4 decks, not just 1. And then other people got sets of 4 decks where they were just missing 1 deck. And it was, I don't remember which deck specifically it was, but it was pretty much across the board. Everybody was missing that 1 deck. So you've got that, but way worse than that is the repack situation that's going on right now. The reseal. Buyer beware. Buying stuff on Amazon is more dicey than ever. Lord of the Rings collector boxes are especially prone to this because they have a much wider range of people buying them than previous times. You know, you've got the people who are new to Lord of the Rings who got in on it. You got the people who were chasing the One Ring. I've seen on some people's websites, I've opened 300 boxes, collector boxes, trying to chase a serialized ring. And there are some, it's a well-known but not known fact that there are individuals out there who run full-on operations where it's like, okay, open up these packs, reseal them, whatever. It's a full-on thing. I remember reading a Reddit post from somebody who literally went to work for one of these organizations and they were in a different part of it. They were like, I was actually just dealing with shipping and everything like this. And one day the boss pulled me over, was like, yo, can I trust you? And he took me over to the warehouse, a different part of it, and they were literally like resealing packs. So he taught me how to reseal packs. And you might have noticed that Wizards of the Coast has tweaked the way that packs are put together. It messed me up at first. I was looking at the top of booster packs and they had a bunch of jank at the top. And I'm like, these look like they've been glued. They look like they've been resealed. But Wizards of the Coast has changed the way they make booster packs, at least for stuff like mystery packs and things like that, so that when you tear them open, it destroys the pack in a way that makes it harder to reseal. So it looks like they are trying to do some kind of countermeasures, but it's not nearly enough. And as Magic becomes more expensive and more valuable, this is going to happen more and more. You can't order a pair of headphones off of Amazon and then return some junk in the box and really be financially ahead. You're not going to be able to do that the same way you can with Magic, right? It's going to get caught on to really quickly. Where with Magic, you can literally do these repacks, and some people aren't even going to know as long as the rares and everything are in there. I've been the victim of this. Is a scam that's been around since the beginning days. I had somebody do it to a box of Fallen Empires. No, sorry, it was Homelands. It was Homelands. And it was just like, what? Why did you do this? What is even in here to take? But they did. All the packs had been slit open, and it was just this bizarre situation. It happened again years and years later with Judgment. It's funny because by then the cards had changed in value. So some of the cards that got left in were valuable, but every valuable rare had been stripped out and it was all junk. So this is something that's been around since the earliest days of Magic, but it's reached such a crazy level that I'm just putting it out there again. Be super, super careful when you're dealing with Amazon. On top of that, apparently there's changing people's orders too. Hey, I ordered 4 copies of the upcoming gift box. And we changed it to 2 on you. All right, what's going on? So Amazon is a dicey situation. I mean, everything we talk about is dicey, let's be real. Next thing we're talking about is Commander Masters. And guess what, guys? Now that everybody knows what's going on with the set and we've seen all the cards, the real consensus is out. And the consensus says, we're saying meh to all the way downwards. Now, when it comes to the products and the results that we're seeing in terms of what's going on with stores and players, there are literal cancellations of pre-orders. We're talking thousands of dollars of pre-orders. One dude, I saw a comment from one guy going, yo, I was actually getting a case of collector boosters for this upcoming Commander Masters. But when I saw it all and realized I was going to spend well over $1,000 on this, I just woke up and was like, yo, what was I about to do? So collector boosters actually are the ones that seem to be getting the least amount of cancellations. The highest level cancellations are for the set boosters, and those really didn't have that much ordered in the first place, depending on who you talk to, right? Like, I haven't talked to every store owner, but from the people I've talked to, it goes like this. The collector boosters are getting some level of traction. The commander decks are hit and miss. You have the 2 golden children, right? And then you have the 2 forget about them. But set boosters are no. Like, this is a Masters reprint set. There's one store that I know of that literally only has 1 set box on order from somebody. Only one person out of all of their customers wants a set booster box. That is absolutely wild, right? And it's indicative of what's going on right now. Now with the commander decks, the golden children are obviously the Eldrazi and the sliver decks. People are hyped about the new Eldrazi and the new slivers, but they're also ticked off about the mana base that came along with the sliver deck because, let's be real, it's absolute garbage, right? It's a bunch of come into play tapped uncommon jank lands. Like, obviously Wizards has done the whole reprint equity calculations and went, this is how much reprints we're willing to put in here. Mana bases are always a choke point. They know you need to spend a lot on it. And one of the cards that should have been an auto include for this, Sliver Hive, wasn't, because Wizards is super tricky. So what happens? Sliver Hive isn't in that deck list. Boom, the market price for Sliver Hive, through the roof because speculators leap on it. And then on top of that, you have non-speculators, just regular Magic players who are like, oh, sweet, that new Sliver deck, maybe they put Sliver Hive. Oh, they didn't put Sliver Hive now. Well, anyways, run over to a website, quickly order it, right? So you have this massive wave of people going for a few Eldrazi-related cards, the Sliver Hive seeing a big spike, and ultimately rewarding Wizards for not putting it in there because that pushes the secondary market value up further, and then they can just skis it off as, oh, we're only going to use it as a secret layer bonus, or, oh, we'll only reprint this in another expensive reprint set, right? Like they're just trying to build a new floor for us price-wise, where they go, well, this is just the price that it's at, but there's nothing to justify this anymore. They don't put any care into it. Oh, I almost forgot about this. The set list cards. This is amazing. So what are the list cards in the first place? Some people don't even know what they are. Every time a new set comes out, I always have people coming to me going, yo, I don't understand. I got a pack of like new Phyrexia, and there's a new Capenna card in here. Why can't Wizards do a good job? And it's like, just look down in the corner. You see that little Planeswalker symbol? There's the list. 1 out of every 4 packs, instead of having a token, will have another card where Wizards goes, let's add another lottery aspect to it, which on one hand is a fun idea if they were to stack the list with a bunch of cool stuff. But instead, the list is so horribly mismanaged for this set in particular that there are multiple cards on the list that are in the main set. So literally, you can open a commandeer in regular Commander Masters. And then when you open a set booster and you get to your list slot, commandeer is also a card on the list. And it's the exact same artwork. It's not even different. They did the same thing with all the glitters. They're both in the main set and they're both on the list. Like the list is reprints, the set is reprints. Just go over the list. Take off the cards that are already in there. It's bad enough you got Knight Exemplar on there, 2 different versions, one from a core set, one from the Dragon deck. Don't they have the same artwork? What even is this? Like it's, I genuinely don't understand what's going on over there. I was like, yo, is the list generated by an algorithm, like an AI that just has price points? And like, cause it feels so random. Why would you not take the cards off of the list that are in the packs? It's going to confuse people even more. They're going to be like, why is there another rare commandeer? And that's it. How many rares are there even on the list? And one of the rares is just going to be one you can already get in the packs. You could literally open a set booster and get commandeer, fetched commandeer, and list commandeer all in the same booster pack. That's amazingly short-sighted, right? Like, bro, if you're gonna charge this much for your product, then you need to put a little more care in it. So I think we've reached pretty much the height of where Wizards can go with the insanity and still have people willing to nibble and take a bite. Magic 30 was too far. This is right at that threshold where people are nibbling on some of the Commander decks. They're going for the collectors, but the set boosters are flopping. So this is probably where they're going to start to figure out, all right, we're getting close to that ceiling, but who knows? Maybe they're going to find another way to crack that nut and push it up higher. Now, speaking of nutty, let's talk about the cheesy Magic 30 bundle promotion. Now, you are not going to be able to guess what this is. I guarantee you. Just try and picture in your mind what this could possibly be and be completely surprised by what I just put on the screen for you here. This is the Magic Cheez-It bundle, okay? So this is to celebrate Magic 30. It is absolutely inexplicable, right? It's very much along the same lines as the Hot Pocket scenario to me, where it's like, wait, what's going on here? But at the same time, this one is straight up better because they made a box that looks like a revised booster pack. Like in the front, yeah, you've got Teferi there. That's cool if you like Teferi. Seeing the Magic logo on the Cheez-It box is actually kind of neat. But that revised looking Cheez-It box is absolutely awesome. So here's how it works. You were able to apparently order this bundle on like the actual, the Cheez-It website from them. And I found out about this because I started getting messages going, yo, is this real? Is this real? And by the time I looked into it, the bundle had actually already sold out. But if you go to the website, you can still enter a sweepstakes to win yourself these. And I mean, I say go for it, right? This is goofy fun. Who cares? Like at the end of the day, it's just some cheesy crackers with some cool Magic graphics on it. But what I absolutely love is how it unintentionally ties in to the current Magic philosophy, which is grab the player's money and then cheese it, boys. And if you don't know what cheese it means, it's old slang for running off. Like, yo, the cops is here. Cheese it, lads, right? So the idea that they have a Magic 30 promotion that's called like around Cheez-Its, it's just too perfect, right? So that wraps up the news that I have to discuss today. I will be doing a live stream talking about magic and life and who knows whatever else over on my Hatcher channel. Big shout out to all my patrons for supporting my channel. Thanks for what you guys do. You rule. I'll see you all in the next video. And in the meantime, go enjoy some more videos on this channel. Let's spend some more time together.